Hello and welcome to the Broken Doll. I come to you tonight with a Salvation Army thrift store auction. My daughter and I went up to London, and she had to see a doctor there, and everything went well. She had an ultrasound done, and everything worked out fine at this time. They do want to keep an eye on her for scar tissue, so they're going to bring her back in 6 months, and then that should be it. And just to see how she's doing, but everything's going great. So anyhow, while I was up there, I missed out on the auction down at the Salvation Army, and so anyways, I had put some bids on when it first started about 4 weeks ago, back in November. And then when I realized my doctor's appointment's landing right on the day of the auction, I thought, well, whatever I win, I win. I didn't drive up any of the prices because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. And some of it, nobody bid against me. And some of them, of the dolls that I was bidding on, I had people bid against me. And I didn't win those ones, but it was all right. I was okay with it because, I mean, like I say, I've been telling everybody I don't have room for dolls. But these ones, you'll see, well, I didn't need them. I mean, ask yourself this, how many of our dolls do we really need, but we still buy? But anyhow, I got to be careful that I'm not going to reclutter myself back up again. So I want to clean these dolls up, and that'll be one of my things I want to do. So let me show you the first one. A lot of these were Canadian and with an American doll in there. The first one here is a beautiful little, I say about 28-inch reliable Canadian doll. And she comes with this little coat which fits her very well. So I don't know if it came with her or not, but it does fit her very well. She needs some hair, her hair done. Now, I haven't looked at her. I just haven't had the time to look at her. So I'm going to, I know you're up in the air right now. So let's take off this coat here. The dress looks original to her because it fits her so well. Let's get this off. It looks like someone put a new ribbon on the bonnet, but her dress looks like it fits her. She's got her original panties on, and she's got a slip that, oh, it's joined with the skirt here, of course. It's got little polka dot, little Swiss polka dots, I think that's what they call it. It's a snap up at the back here. I was looking for a name. I found it at the back of her head, very, very faint, but in the right light you can see it, but there's no marks on her body, but it does say Reliable Canada on the back of her neck up here, but very, very faint. Usually there's something on their backs between their shoulders, but there's nothing there. But I think she just looks adorable. She's a cute little doll. And, but anyways, I think she's worth getting cleaned up and everything. Get a nice pair of socks on. I think her shoes as well, these little plastic shoes, are very original to her just as well. So, yeah, I think she just needs a nice wipe down, and she could show very nicely. So anyways, I do have her. I got her. This is one of the big dolls I got. Not the biggest yet, but very close to the other one here I'm about ready to show you, which everybody knows this one right here, or most people should know her. This is Charman Chatty. Now, she came in this dress here. And we all know Charman Chatty from the Chatty Cathy family. And she has like, I don't know what it is, but she has like this grayish blonde hair. Like, it's almost like she's pre-aged or something. Is that the way they came? Like, it's got like gray almost. It looks like, and it's like two-tone. Like, it's a little bit of blonde and a little bit of gray. But anyways, she is, I don't know if she's a Canadian one. Did they make Canadian ones? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Let me see what it says here. It says Charman Chatty. It has her year on here, but I can't see it. Let me get my other pair of glasses on. And over here, okay, maybe with another pair of glasses, I can see. It says 1961 Mattel, Hawthorne, California. So she's American. I thought she was. But patent in Canada, it says here, in 1962. So she's probably a 1962 Canadian version of the Charman Chatty, which I'm so glad to have her because I don't have a Canadian one in my collection. I do have an American one, but not one that says patent in Canada. So that's wonderful to have. Now, this dress is not original to her, so we'll take this off of her right now. I do have one black shoe that she came with, but not the other one, which is pretty sad, and which is too bad. But I'm going to say these underwear are her. They feel authentic to her. She does come with a record, and let me get it out, and her record says good and famous on this side. but she does not talk. She tries to, so something down the road is where I would like to work on these types of dolls. You can almost hear that she wants to, but it just goes too fast. It's there. It's almost there. You know, she wants to talk so bad. Like the words are coming out, but they're all mumbled together. But anyways, she's gorgeous. I'm so glad to have her. And when I saw, I thought like I saw patent in Canada in 1962. That told me that I had a Canadian version of this doll, which I was so happy to get. I'm going to, I think I have an original dress for her. I'm not sure. But if not, I'm going to get her one. If one shows up, I'm going to buy her one. And but that'll be something not today, be down the road when I'm ready to fix her voice box. I do have the belts for them. I bought some way long ago. I have about 10 or 15 belts sitting here to work on dolls like this. So something I've been watching people do, and something I'd like to try myself. But she's beautiful, beautiful shaped doll. And I do have another one that's in very bad shape, so I'm going to start with her first and work on that one first to get the voice box working, and then I will know how to do hers. So, but yeah, I've always wanted the patent in Canada. My other one doesn't say that. It just says I think it says 1961 Mattel or something like that. So, yeah, it has a lot of other writing, but not patent in Canada 1962. But anyways, I don't think it does. I shouldn't say that 100%, but I'm pretty sure it does not say that. But anyways, I love her all the same. But let's go to my other, I got 4 dolls. So let's look at the next 2. Let's see what else I got here. Now, oh, I washed up this little dress. It was in my bag. I already showed this, but I took it and I washed it and got it looking a lot brighter, and it does look brighter, a lot brighter. I was bringing it in to put up with all my other doll clothes there. All right, so let's take a look at this one here. This one here, I have a card. I wrote on a card about some information on her. She's very unique and she's rare, they said. So I don't know. I don't know much about them. I've never seen one before. So this is her here. She has glass eyes. She's about 17 inches. She's made by a German company in the 1950s, and she's marked on the back with a turtle and a diamond. And this is 46. And the company that comes up for these types of dolls is, I'm not German by no means, so I'm probably going to kill this, but Schildkrot, or with the S, it's, let me spell it, Schildkrot. It means turtle or tortoise. And they said a lot of them were made out of celluloid back years ago. And, okay, let me back up a little tiny bit. I kind of jumped this a little bit. What has happened is some of these dolls were made back in the 1930s. And so what happened, they were made out of celluloid. They took their old molds and they brought them back into the 1950s and they made them again. But this time they made them with, instead of celluloid, which was flammable, which I've talked about, they made them with a non-flammable plastic called Tortulon. 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 And it's non-flammable. So, but she has flirty eyes and they move from side to side, but they're glass. And they're not overly pricey. I've seen some go for anywhere from, let's say, $50 to $150, which is quite a bit still. I'm not saying she's worth that because she has some hair issues, a wig problem issue. You know, she's not in her original dress. Now, the darker skinned dolls like this one here usually came at like Hawaiian, native, whatever, you know, type of thing. They were dressed in from other places around the world. And but still, these dolls are sought after for collections. And they had one there. I didn't know. The Salvation Army asked me about her, and I said, I don't know anything about her. Oh, now here's something I didn't know either. Here's something I'm going to show you right now, which I did not know. I just felt it now. So this is going to bring her price down. But hey, a wonderful project to work on. Let me show this to you. Oh, yeah. She has a broken foot. Whoops, let's get this down here like this. She has a broken foot. And it had cotton in there. I didn't notice it till now. But she does have a broken foot. So that'd be something to rebuild. Maybe I can rebuild her a foot. So, but still, I would love to fix her up just to have her in my collection. I would never buy one. Like, if I saw her on eBay, I'd probably pass her right by. But because I got her from my auction, she was number 20, as you can see. I'm very happy with her. Get her a nicer dress on her. Now, I'm not going to dress her in any type of native or round-the-world type clothing because I don't know where she came from. But I think she would look sweet in a nice little dress, little shoes, some more toes, you know, things like that. And we'll get her looking nice again. And maybe we can sand down some of this rough plastic part here and get that looking nicer. And get her wig. I want to keep this wig, but I want to get it where if I have to sew some hair on, I will. Now, I'm not sure if I want to say this is human hair or not. It doesn't feel like mohair for the 1950s, so I'm really wondering if this is human hair. It just does not feel like mohair. So, I'm not sure what to say about the hair right now. But anyhow, as that may be, another doll to work on. So let's put her shoe back on so we don't lose these beautiful little shoes that she came with, because they do fit her wonderfully. But someone was trying to doctor her up a little bit, make her look better by putting the cotton, and didn't know what else to do for her. And I understand that. Okay, so now we're going to take her and put her down in the pile there. I got one more to show. This is another 1950 walking doll by the same company as that big baby one I showed you at the beginning, as her name, Reliable Doll. And she's a walking doll. She walks and her head turns back and forth. Doesn't do very well, but it has that look. She almost has, to me, let's get on her face here, a Miss Revlon kind of look. I'm not saying she does absolutely, but she just kind of has that look. She has a nice little straw hat with a ribbon going around it. I like to keep the straw hat and get her another dress and then put that ribbon around her straw hat. So I don't like this dress. It's kind of frumpy, and I mean, it's on her. It's okay, but it's not what I would like to see on her. It's kind of big. I mean, it can be done up a little bit tighter, but it's just not what I'm looking for, you know, for her. And I like to wash her hair, get the curls back in it again. You can see she had all these beautiful curls. Now, this is mohair. You can, or is it mohair? No, that saran hair. That's what I'm thinking of, saran. So that other doll was not saran hair for the 1950s. This is saran hair here, and she's got some funky stuff in it. I don't know, it's fingernail polish or what, or glue or something in there, but that needs to come out. So I got some work on this one to do, and you know, just do some work on her. Give her, I don't know if I want to take her head off. I was thinking about taking her head off, but because she's a walking doll, will I be able to get it back on so that her head turns again? These are things I don't know how to work on, and you know, you got to dive in. And that's the only way I learn. It's by doing and hoping I can get them back again. I don't like using those words, hope, but that's what I'm up against. So those are the dolls that I got, the 4 dolls that I got. And she was number 18, as you can see. But yeah, I was really happy with her, with what I did. When I was actually quite surprised that I won anything, because when you're there, you can bring the bid up. Anybody can come in and say, I'll bid up over that. I want to check on number 18. And number 18, she can go, oh yeah, raise the bid. And I could have lost this doll very easily because I just wasn't there. But I didn't, as you can see, and I did win them, and I'm happy to have them in my collection. And I think each one of them holds something special. I don't have too many of the Canadian, of my own country's dolls. I'm trying to get some in because I have too many American dolls, which is great. I love the American dolls, don't get me wrong. But I also like to have some of the dolls that come from my own country. And if they come along and fall into my hands, I'm happy to take them. And especially from this era, the 1950s. I played with dolls like this in my school in kindergarten. There was a bunch of these types. I remember taking a walking doll, I don't know if this one, but a walking doll, and walking with her in in my classroom, because they had, in kindergarten, they had a little toy box with for girls and one for boys. And there were these dolls in there, and this was one of, I can remember a doll something like this, and taking her by the hands and walking with her. She was wonderful. I asked for one from Santa, a walking doll. I can remember, you know, but because I just loved the fact that she could walk and her head would turn. I used to walk like that. I go, Mom, I want it. I said to my mom, I would say, I want a doll where her head turns back and forth and she walks and her arms go up and down like a soldier. But anyways, though, because I said they had one at school and I just love her, you know. And I was always sad on holidays and weekends that she was going to be by herself. But anyways, it upset me. I remember. But anyways, as it may be, we grow up and we get them back again in our lives. So that's great. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the dolls that I won. They're not going to have another auction till now, sometime probably late January. So I look forward to that again. And since we don't have to be back down and go up to London anymore until I think it's May, June, we don't have to go back. I'm looking forward to some auctions where I'm there now. But it was still a surprise and the only way I knew was they leave you a message. And when I saw my phone blinking at home, I have a home line, what do you call that? Landline, and I have my cell phone. And my landline is where all my messages come in. I don't want to be bothered when I'm out and about, so I don't give that number out. It's just for my kids. And when we were up in the hospital there, they're the only ones that have it in family. Nobody else gets it. The hospital has it because I was up and about, but nothing beyond that, you know. They don't get my phone number. So when I saw that phone blinking, I went, oh, there it is. I won something. I did bid on a cookie jar, too. It had a crack running in it. It was a cat, and if I was there, I could have bid on it more, but I wasn't there. But it's not a big deal. I already have an old cookie jar already, and I have the one I bought my mother from Kmart many, many years ago. I paid $11 for it, I remember. And so I have my 2 cookie jars, you know. So I really, I do like, I don't want to get into collecting too many cookie jars, but what I'm looking for is a cat, and then I want this blue elephant one I saw one time. I don't know what the one, I think the one I have is a cat already, but this one here was really cute. So, I mean, the one I have too is cute, but this one was cuter. But it had a crack running down in it, so I'm not upset, though. I am happy with what I got. So anyways, thank you for joining me. Come back in a few minutes. I'm going to be putting another video up. I'm going to be redressing my grumpy boy. When we were in London, I found something for him that I think suits him a lot better. I hope it fits. I haven't tried it on him yet. Still on the hanger, so we'll find out if it fits him or not. If not, he's going to go right back into his Grinch outfit. All right, thanks for joining me. Join me back again in a few minutes. Give me the thumbs up if you like what you saw here. And leave a comment if you like. And I read them all. Thanks again for joining me. Bye-bye.